Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. Okay, let's see what's going on in this game. We are on round number 129. Let's have a look at the vidcom. So a little bit more time left in this time of relative calm, then it's going to start diminishing for a few turns, and then we're going to be into a bad era, because they alternate between good and bad, basically. That's the simplistic way of describing it. And the bad ones can be quite bad. By the way, I've noticed a lot of other people, well, I noticed some people who play this don't play with the eras on. I think it's important to play with them on personally, because I think it kind of simulates the ups and downs of, you know, running an empire. But I understand it. I understand why some people don't like those. They find them a little bit too intrusive. Let's have a look what we got. We got a support faction card, a spy team, hold the line, and give 2,000 credits to populace. That's good for getting your normal worker. So your normal populace happiness up, but it doesn't help workers. Trade card is probably kind of useless now. Diplomacy is really, really difficult to do at this stage of the game. We need to try with Sansaria though. Yeah, our relations are still dropping. I think that was 8 a few turns ago. You'll know if they're. Sometimes it will say in the letterbox that they insult you. That basically means that they've played a card on you. So you'll be able to tell. Let's have a quick look at the Empire overview. Bureaucratic points is going down. That's because we've got less workers in Minos. Again, there's a bit of an exodus from Minos. So we're getting less bureaucratic points all around, and this is not good. Credits is going down by about 1,000 a turn, just over 1,000 a turn. Okay, national decisions. We got the budget. So I think... What does the internal council do again, other than just the, you know, leaders cards? I'm trying to remember. Let me just have a look at the organizations again. They do taxation, tariffs, human resources, and interior policies. Okay, interior policies is the one I'm interested in. Yeah, give money to the populace and militia. Bonus. Okay. Official gift, commercial gift. Yeah, this is like helping leaders basically. Draft workers. Okay, that might be helpful for us. So maybe putting a little bit more into interior council, and then like that. I don't think we need quite so much in military research right now. So let's drop that down a little bit. That's looking about good. That looks okay to me. Okay.
Copy that.
Oh, yeah. Big relation drops. Well, quite big. Set salaries for your leaders. Let's just have a look at how our leaders are doing. In terms of relation. Mostly okay. It's the councils. Yeah, somebody recommended that I turn this up. I think I might give them the directors a little bit more. Really, I want to try to reduce the soldier salary, but I just can't do it right now. Okay, that's going to make them a little bit happier. It's going to cost us more money every turn, but that's okay. We've still got a little bit of a bottleneck here, look, here. So this is where we're still a little bit low when it comes to resources. Oh, by the way, I should tell you. So the developer Vic, he replied to a bug report that I sent him, which turned out not to be a bug, as it often does, because, you know, he was like, "Oh no, that one's not a bug. Don't worry," and I'll, you know, explain what it was. And then he was like, "By the way, I some of your problems that you've been having with logistics. Here's what you should try and do." So I'm actually, now I've remembered, I'm going to go back and just read that email again that he sent. Basically, his advice was turn off your traffic lights. Try it just turning off your traffic lights. So I'm going to go back and check what he said, and yeah, I'll try it and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so what Vic was saying was right, he said try turning off the traffic lights. So this is and then he said use the custom pull points to pull extra supply. He also said, and this is a good point, this is something one of my commenters made as well, or sorry, one of the commenters comments said was that he was like, I was confused why these guys, why there was so little supply going up here. He was like, are you sure that they're not using all that supply? He said, look, the reason is, and he was hinting that it's because of these machine guns. They draw a lot of ammunition. That's why we were using all this supply this way. So, and the final thing was, yeah, he said that the bottleneck between here, he said the pull system works by pulling supply away from the SHQ. So he said you want to basically increase the logistics between Neris and Minos here. So I thought that's what I'd done. But anyway, what we're going to do is let's just try and go into this and fix it. Now, I'm not saying this isn't necessarily going to fix it. Let's just clear all the signs on the map. And then we're going to go back in and kind of look at how things work. So let's just look at the just look at what this is going to give us. Now, yeah, this is not enough for me up this way. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to start using custom pull points. I think actually Vic had told me this before, and I'm just, perhaps just been dense. Now look here, this is not going to work for me because we've only got 300. Like, it's only saying 300 going this way, and then we're getting all this stuff going up this way. So, yeah, now this is partly to do with my spaghetti roads, right? But I think I will have to use some traffic lights because I don't see how else. For example, down here I don't think we need any down here now. So we can probably, I'm hoping, yeah, look, that's made that better here. So we can hopefully get rid of some of the issues that we've got just using the standard traffic lights. Unless what Vic's saying is that he said to me before ages ago that that you're better off using the custom pull points with pull rather than the blocks that I'm using here, these overall blocks. However, this does seem, at least on the surface, to be making a difference. So I don't know, I'm kind of I'm curious. Yeah, I want that one up there. We don't need this can be cut off here because we've got local pull. Sorry, local pickup. Maybe I'm doing this wrong again, and because he's kind of saying don't do this, but instead to use the custom pull points. So I think in cases like this though, you probably surely you can just use that. I'd have thought. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I will try. Let's just try turning them all off again, like Rick is suggesting, and then just using custom pull and see if that works. Because I think that's what he's saying you're supposed to do. But yeah, this is still worrying me. Let's see how we do it. So what we need to do is we need to put custom pull points, I guess. Where would you put it though? Like in the SHQ? That? No, that's not going to work. You see, I haven't really messed around with this system too much. Because it never really made much sense to me. So I guess if we go, I don't know, where do we need them? I guess you just put the custom pull points where you actually need them. How much did we get here this turn? Okay, we're not getting enough down here, so we need to put some down here. So let's say, where do we want the pull points? Let's say here, right? So let's try and pull 1,000 down here. Okay, well that's worked. Still not fixing this bottleneck here though. And then we need, X amount up here too. Okay. Yeah, it's still not fixing the bottlenecks here though. So what do I do? Do I put like some here? Still not working. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, I think it's this. I just don't understand how this works. So I'm reading what he said. He basically said it pulls out between here and here. To fix this, you need to increase logistics between here. But I already know that, right? And I don't. I mean, maybe do I pull some down here? Don't really seem to be able to fix this. But this is the problem here, right? So where do where do you send them? Down here? That doesn't work. It's not having that at all. It doesn't like it. But yeah, obviously we can't only have 3,000 because look, I mean, if we look at the 300, because if we look at the initial points, we had 2,000 here, so we need more than 2,000, right, in this position. So yeah. Okay, here's how I built my logistics, right? I don't want truck stations on the main route. And the reason being is because you get a branching penalty, okay? So in order to avoid the branching penalty, I'm having my what am I missing here? There we are. So in order to avoid the branching penalty, I'm having these off route, or, off the main route system truck stations sending their supply down, which worked fine for a bit. The problem is that you have to. I can't see how to use the pull points to pull the for example, when I'm not using traffic lights, look, it's sending the 1,000 up there, and I don't want that much now. Like, I don't need that much up there. I'm not going to be fighting with these guys. That's wasted points, right? I don't need 3,000. I don't need thousands along this route either. So the only way I see of dealing with that is by using the normal traffic lights, because and pull doesn't seem to work this way. Yeah, look, it's still not giving me the points I need here. So yeah, I don't know. I really struggle with this system. I find it really, really confusing. Like I can kind of get what I want using the normal traffic system. Using the normal traffic lights. Like if I go back and redo all this now, and I'm going to pause and do that because this system's not working for me. Pull's not working. I can't figure it out. So, for example, we're getting what? We're getting 86 here. Can I pull any more in? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I can pull 1,000 in, look. 3,000. Okay, so it looks like the most I can get by asking for 3,000 is 1,300. Which is kind of a weird thing anyway. So, but that's better, okay? We're getting more going up that way. But then but with this system, maybe do I then go in and block these off? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't know. It's just very confusing. Okay, that doesn't work. So that's better, because now that is not, hang on, but what's, okay, Minos here is now, yeah, we need to block that. Why have we still got 1,000 going up this way? Where's that coming from? There can't be 1,000 points worth of assets. We've got 200 for that and 100 for that. That should be 300 points. So why is it sending 1,000 that way? There must be, let's have a look at this. I've blocked it going upwards, and I blocked it going that way, and there's no truck stations in between. How, why, how, what? I don't know. So I suppose what we could try and do is use the override, right? So here, I just want 200, and we're just using overrule mode. And here we just want 100 overrule mode. No, it's still sending excess points. Let's just try clearing these. No, now it's just sending way more up, and we're still only getting 1,000 here. Yeah, I'm not getting this. I don't get it. So the other part of what Vic was saying was, yeah, obviously increase logistics. That's obvious, though. I mean, like I can, that's an obvious thing to. That's the basic advice, right? If you're running out of truck points, build more truck stations. That was in my top 10 tips video from about 3 years ago. So I already know that. The problem is that I've got enough logistics here, I think, for what I need to do. See, look, this is looking better now. That's sending a more reasonable amount of logistics points up this turn, and we're getting 700 here, but that's still not enough for that. We're not getting enough out this way now either. So yeah, Just drop that back down again. Yeah, so look, this is bizarre. Let's just examine the preview points. By the way, guys, this might just be a logistics episode. So if you're not interested in this, feel free to skip ahead to the next episode. I think I'm just, I think I'm not gonna actually. I might set this as an optional episode and just clearly label that, because I think if you're not interested in the logistics stuff, then you can just skip this one, because I think this is going to take me all episode to figure out. So let's look at the logistics points coming in from Minos here. This is hex number 2530. Okay, so here, rail coming in from 2530. Okay, hold on. Received from 57 rail points. That's going to be because of the amount of workers that we've got, I bet. Let's just look at the... Where is the actual rail? Yeah, look. We're not actually getting many rail points out at all. Yeah, look, we only produced 17 rail action points. 17%. Look, it's only paying 17% of the production cost. This is part of the problem here. But I'm pretty sure that I can still do something with traffic lights. But I'm determined to figure out how to use the pull system to do it, because apparently you can do it. But it's like I need to know where the custom pull points are going. Just let me check this email he sent me again. Okay, right. So what he's saying is, like, if you disagree with where it's sending certain points, you can nerf the amount of points that it's sending by putting override points in. This is what I was trying to do here. We block points from going that way. I still don't. I think you're supposed to not use these in tandem, so you don't use the roadblocks with the custom pull points. I'm pretty sure Vic said that to me a while ago. They don't. The two systems don't seem to play very nicely together. If that's the case, though, okay. So here, for example, I've got a truck station in Neris, right? I've got a truck station here in Artificial Device, in the Dreamy Wastes, which is a great name, by the way. So if I'm like, how do I use pull to stop them sending points up that way? How do I do that? Or do I send more down there? No, that's not going to work. Look, what about overrule mode? Still not going to work. So that doesn't have any effect that I can see anyway. Yeah, I don't. So he's saying that this pulls away from the SHQ. Away from the SHQ. Yeah, I don't know. So this is pulling away from the SHQ, but why is it why is, in that case, why is there this extra going up this way? Well, I guess that's because without any traffic lights, look, let's look at this hex here, for example. So we've got a couple of locations. We've got 2530, which is that's the truck station here. We've got Neris, which is 1730, and then we've got 2130. So 25, 21, and 17, right? They're all on the same horizontal axis. Now, so if we look at this one, truck points wise, we've got 7 coming from 25, 30. Okay, from 17, this is the this will be the one in Neris. We've got, they're all coming from the north, and we're actually receiving some from the south as well. So some's going up that way. So I'm surely you've got to put a block there, right? But not if you're not using this traffic light system. Now maybe I'm misunderstanding what Vic said, and he's not saying don't not use the roadblocks. He didn't say don't use them. He just said you got a better result when you turned them all off, is what he said. Or he said when you turn them off, you got a reasonable result. It is reasonable everywhere else, apart from here, and apart from not sending anything that way. So, for example, Oglar Ruins. Let's try and pull some pull points. It's still not working. That I can see. So yeah. Getting 2, look. Yeah, if we pull 1,000, we're getting 7. Now that'll be because it is actually sending. It's trying to send 1,000 that way. Look, but they are being lost. You know, it's being lost in translation. So that's not going to work. I don't see how I can do this. I think I have to use. I think I have to use these points. Here's an interesting thing that I could do. Right? How about after this optional episode? Right? Because I'm going to call this an optional episode. I think I'll post my game save, and then you guys can have a look and see if you can fix it using pull. Because I'm curious to see if anyone can do this, including developer, you know, and anyone else who's experts at the logistics system. Because I want you to try to figure out how to fix this puzzle, okay? Without changing my, you know, I know that people go, oh, well, you're using weird placement of logistics. This worked for me fine for a while. And it's only not working now because we've got this big worker problem. And this is the main reason, by the way, this is not working. It's not this. I think this is the main reason because look, you'll see that the reason why we've got loads and loads of logistics points coming out of these 2 areas is because Neris has got workers. Minos does not have workers, so we've got to fix the problem here with the workers because we're losing 2,000 workers every turn, 3,000. 2,000, yeah, 2,500 nearly, which is insane. You know, we're draining our SHQ city out completely. So that's not good. And we are. I think really what we need is some stratagem cards. This is what the stratagem system's really designed to do, is to try to, you know, usually you've got some cards where you can give money to the workers, right? Yeah, that's not going to work. The chances of that working are really low. You play a private investment card, look. So I don't think that's going to work though, because I don't think they're going to build anything here now. Although having private funds will help with their private economy because they can buy more luxuries, and when they buy more luxuries, they're going to be happier. And now look, it's not the population that's unhappy here in Minos. It's actually the workers. The workers are the ones who are unhappy. And the reason why they're unhappy is because of low quality of life. But the reason they've got low quality of life is because there's not enough workers to work in the quality of life buildings. It's a bit of a, you know, it's a bit of a spiral. So, yeah, a bit of an annoying one. I think. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just save this game now, and I'll just call this. I'm going to call it the logistics puzzle. And you guys, I'm going to post it. I'll put it on, I'll put it up somewhere where, you know, you guys can get access to it. And see if you can figure it out. And here's the challenge, right? Try to do it. Like, obviously we've got no, you know, the issue is workers in Minos. And that is, so it might not be fixable, okay? But I want you to try and fix it with the pull system and see if you can do it. Now, I'm not going to make judgments about the pull system because of this, because the problem is this. You know, the problem is the workers, and this system is not designed to fix being a harebrained fool like I am. Okay, so you know it's. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, if it doesn't work, then the pull system's broken. I'm not going to be like that. That's not what I want. You know, I want it to work. Okay, just so you know. I know I moan about this system sometimes because I don't understand it, and that's the reason. I only moan about it because I don't get it, and it doesn't make sense to me. I understand it a little bit better from the things that people have told me over the years that it's been in now, a couple of years, but I still don't really understand it. I think what I'm going to do anyway for time, I am going to have to rely on the normal traffic lights because I can't figure another way to do this. So we're going to have to let's stop stuff going up from Neris this way. Okay. Yeah, look, it's still, even with this, it's really confusing. My understanding should be that there's nothing should be going through now. So we could block custom pull. All right, where is the logistics points coming from here then? I guess we can look, can't we? Okay, some's coming from Neris. These are the 2 Neris. I don't understand how they can, because we've blocked everything going up that way, right? Even if we block custom pull points. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's a bit better. Look. Now we're getting for yeah. Okay, that looks more like what I need for these assets. Because what? Let's just look at the levels. Yeah, this metal mine here is a level 2, and the ice mine's a level 1. So they should only need 300 between them, if I remember right. Okay, so look, actually it says here, look, we're the pull point indicator saying we're actually blocking pull points from going that way. We are getting a little bit more this way. It's still not enough for me though, right? How many did we use? Like, how many did we use on here? This is what we need to look at. So we used our initial point, sorry, for 3,846, and we used about 2,500. Okay, and we've got about 1,000 left over. Okay, that's reasonable. Okay, that's a reasonable amount. Now, obviously, if there wasn't the right, where is the bottleneck again? The bottleneck was here. Look. So obviously, if this bottleneck didn't exist, there'd probably be less here if you follow me, because then once the logistics points between two hexes run out, then no more are going to be sent out that way, right? You follow me. Anyway, I think let's just try going back to what I was trying to do. Right, that's a little bit better. And then we need to stop any going up that way. Yeah, okay, so we're not getting any points from any other place now. Okay. Even if we cut off everything going that way, right? I'd have to also, I think you'd have to, would you have to cut off, would you have to like block pull points going up like every exit? I don't know. I just don't really get it. Like where is, like, let's say here, right? If we block custom pull points, okay. So there we are. Look, if we block the pull points at Gwegon, did that help? I don't know. How many pulls? Okay, so it's assigned 99 pull up there, look. So if we actually block these, look, we get a little bit less. Okay, that makes sense. We ask for extra, we get more. All right. This is how my understanding of the pulls should work, right? So you ask for more in the destination location and you get it. Okay, that's great. But then you've got to then go back and figure out how it's affecting the rest of your line. I wonder if I do need to, in order for me to solve this puzzle that I've set for myself, if I do need to block off some of the excessive rows. Now, look, we don't need any logistics going down this way, right? That's going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, that looks better, doesn't it? You see that we don't need any logistics points going down this way. Now, my understanding would be, if you were not using, because I would have thought, right, if you were setting, let's say I was like, okay, I need an extra 1,000 pull points here, and we turn this off, right? And I say, okay, right, I want 1,000 points here, an extra 1,000, and we use the addition mode, so it gives you an additional 1,000. Look, so if we say none, it's reserving 300, yeah, for these assets. But if I say, okay, I want an extra 3,000 here. Okay, now we're getting a problem here. Look, let's just get rid of these. All right. No, we're back to where we were. So, yeah, I mean, my understanding of the pull system was you assign more pull points to where you need it. So, for example, here we need extra, so we assign 1,000, we get 1,000 more going up that way, right? Now that's going to take it away from somewhere else. And then let's say we need 1,000 down here. Well, we go, I want 1,000 here. Now, you're not going to get all of the points that you're allocating if you've not got logistical supply. If you've not got the certain other points. Sorry, you've not got like the boosting, the truck action point boosting. Let's just let some pull points go through there. Yeah. So now I've gone back to the micromanagement again. Because I'm having to basically. So, for example, yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably just more comfortable with the system, with using the old traffic light system, to be honest, because you know, I don't really understand fully how pull works. I've got the gist of it now, that, you know, it pulls away from the SHQ, right? But if you've got a bottleneck here, it still doesn't describe how to fix that. And I don't, you know, just using pull points, you can't pull to the bottleneck. That's not how it works. You're supposed to be pulling to where you need them, but it doesn't seem to work. At least I can't figure it out. Well, I'll leave that puzzle for you guys anyway. Let's just do what I was going to do originally, which is I just need to, you know, just to make sure that make sure we're not sending any that way. I think here is where I need to start using, I mean, unless what Vic was saying is literal, in the sense that, you know, yeah, you look, we're already getting a decent amount of points going down this way. Don't know if we need that many. Do we need anything going down here? I don't know. Probably not. So we'll just ask for pull going down that way. Block everything but pull. And then, yeah, we're still getting 1,000 going down here, look. Now, have we got the railhead? Yes, we've got a railhead. Okay. That makes sense, at least. We're getting some rail points going up that way now. Have we got a railhead here? Yeah, but no one's working in it. Let's just stop this barracks. I don't think that we're going to get this barracks out. Desperate for the truck station, though, up here. I think maybe what we do is the old tried and tested and proven tactic of just building more truck stations on the route, you know, or just off the route, and then sending them down. The only problem is then, obviously, if they're on the route, you get a focusing penalty, which is just going to make things worse. Although it won't make things worse if the original, so for example, the refocusing penalty from anywhere on the you know, from the SHQ's truck station would not be a big problem if your action points are so low that they've run out anyway, or, you know, the actual logistics points have run out. So yeah, let's. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to do it. Now, we don't need 600 points going that way either. So let's just block all but pull this way. Okay, that's going to be a little bit better. We also need to block all but pull going that side. Yeah, we're just pulling out a little bit. Same with this. Now these guys will need more, you know, they will need more logistics if they start fighting, but they're not fighting at the moment. So, okay, this main route now should, let's just, I'll unblock this one, I think, or we'll unblock it for pull. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, still not working. That's weird. Why is it doing that? You would have thought now that that would be. We've got no other blocks here, and we're not pulling it. We're not pulling. Oh, okay. We're pulling 1,000 down. Ah, right. Okay. So I sent custom pull points down that way. I think we need more down here, don't we? So let's just pull another. Yeah, let's try and get. We'll pull 2,000, which means we're going to be getting 1,762. Let's try pulling. You know, a little bit extra over this way. Okay. That means that we can actually get. That's curious. Look at that. It's pulling it down that way. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so because if it's pulling from the SHQ, it's going to be turning off at the source. It's going to be when it reaches a branch, it's going to logically be turning off at the source closer to, you know, at the branch that's closer to the SHQ than it is to the destination. You follow me? So yeah, okay. In that case, we don't need any that way, and we don't need any that way. I'll just open pull, because have we got anyone working in this? No, we've mothballed that, so we don't need that. Okay. All right, so we got actually a reasonable amount of supply coming down this side now too. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? But we've still got this real big nasty bottleneck here. And that's not going to stand. We need thousands of points coming this way. Now, can we pull some, maybe we can pull, can we use custom pull points here? No, it's not going to work. No, because that's from the SHQ, right? So I guess pull points going to have no effect on the SHQ's where if it's coming out from the SHQ. Really, what you kind of need, what would be great to have would be, I mean, this is going to make the system so much more complicated, right? But if you could say, I want all, maybe you could draw it, you know, like just go, okay, artificial device, I want to, and then you just draw the line where the supply goes. So you just got to go and use a tool. So that way, artificial supply would not have, artificial device would not be sending anything that way. It would just be sending it that way. You get me? And I think that might, you know, that might be one way maybe you're doing it as a UI thing. So I'd just paint it like that. And then it overrides everything. And then if, you know, if I make a mistake, it's my fault. You know, well, it's always my fault, but, you know, then it's the misunderstandings coming from my misunderstanding of, or, you know, from my error in logistical planning rather than just trying to understand two systems together that are kind of black box systems, apart from the hints that you get. Anyway, sorry guys, this was like nearly a 40-minute episode of me just messing around with logistics. I do need to fix this. Let's just see what we've got going up this way. Okay, we've got more going up to Crank. Now, Crank doesn't need a whole lot. I don't think the logistics... Yeah, it wasn't logistics that were the problem here. This is workers in Crank here. These guys are lacking workers as well. We need to send workers in here, I think. Oh, we can't because we've got no logistics. Good lord. All right, so let's fix the logistics as close as we can. So what have we got here? They only paid for 23% of the production cost here in this truck station. Okay, we got enough logistics there. It's not the logistics that's the problem. Let's try sending some colony. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't because we've got the bottleneck. Okay. So yeah, this bottleneck is a critical thing to try and fix. Oglar Ruins here just not getting enough logistics either. Can we pull some this way? Can, but we're going to be, you know, using a lot of points just to get a little bit more. This looks like... Yeah, pulling in 50 to get an extra 20, and then pulling in 100 to get like an extra 4 on top of that. I don't mind sacrificing 50 points, but, you know, to get a little bit more up in this in Oglar Ruins here. Have we got enough to send some colonists up this way? Yeah, how many workers have we got here? We need a few more. Let's just get a few more colonists up here. I'd rather send them manually than to pull workers out from Minos again. Really, you know, obviously this is the big problem, guys. It's the workers, it's the worker happiness, and that's not going to fix. Now we could try and make things uncomfortable for them in Neris. Problem is, you know, because I need them in Minos more than in Neris, so we could drop worker wages. That's one thing we could do. The problem is that's going to bum them all out. But that might be a one way of. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, drop 20. So that will be one way of making Minos more attractive. So that's one thing we can do. But we still got to fix. We've still got to fix the logistical issue with this one here. I'm pretty sure I almost had this figured. But just sending pull through there. Still, look, it's just this bit here. And this is why. I know why. It's because of the issue at Minos. That's all it is. Okay, that would work. Problem is now, that's too fierce. So, okay, 3,000. Then we've only got a then we got the bottleneck here, look. And that's kind of a brutal bottleneck too. We're getting 700 to Greg on though, that's better. And what did we use in this area? We actually only used 26 up there. So that were oh no, sorry. Initial points was 478. We used 26. The rest are being used elsewhere. But 428 and preview. So what are we going to get? We're going to get 600. That's a little bit extra. We don't need that many points up that way. Let's pull less points up that way. Okay, that's looking like a little bit more. Okay, no, hang on, because we are. That might not be enough now. Yeah, initial points were 400. But we've got... Yeah, we had about 400 left over. Yeah, we don't need that many then. Let's just set less pull points up that way. Does that free that up? A little bit. But then we got this bottleneck here, look. Okay, that's 2,000. Okay, and we had 2,500 here. And that's 2,900. Sorry, wrong button. Yeah, no, we've still got this big bottleneck on this side. Yeah, we need a decent amount of supply down this way, but the problem is that the supply down there is no good if we've got a bottleneck here. This is the issue. Okay, this is not good either because 200 we need there, isn't it? And we need 100 here. Okay, that's better. Yeah, it's still here though. It's this point here. That looks something better. But I don't know, because now we're going to get the bottleneck here. We're just kind of we're firefighting and fixing problems. But look, I mean, having 300. If we turn all the traffic lights off and just have 300 here, that's not going to work. So it seems to be like kind of trying to balance out this issue here and here. That doesn't feel like enough points up this way either, to be honest. I feel like we're going to get logistics issues. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to... This is just going to be an optional episode, I think. I'm going to mark it as such because I'm not going to make any moves. We're just going to see what we can do here. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.